The time to get rich in this cycle that is brewing up is most likely now or now-ish. There's still a lot of potential for big macroeconomic events to derail the markets and to give potentially better entries later on. So keep that in mind, right? We might see a big US recession drag equity markets and probably crypto markets right down along with it. We may not, or we may see a very mild version of that happen, but then it could be counteracted by Bitcoin ETF approvals, for example, Twitter coming out with a big payments app that utilizes crypto and creating massive new demands as tens of millions of users create crypto wallets. All these things are a possibility. But in my opinion, the time to get rich in crypto is most likely 2023, probably the first half of 2024. But what do I mean when I say this is the time to get rich in crypto? I'm not saying run out and YOLO your money into whatever the new pile of crap trending on social media is. I mean, people were aping their some guy, listen to this, because this hurts almost. And I guess the guy probably had money, but still, like, what a big L. Some dude bought $500,000 of hamster coin yesterday at the top before the team started rugging the tokens. $500,000, you have $500,000 and you buy hamster coin. Hamster coin, in case you don't know, basically it was an underground hamster racing syndicate. You could gamble on the hamsters racing. Is it gambling? Is it animal abuse? I don't know. People do crazy stuff with their money. And I'm not talking about that stuff. What I'm talking about is that accumulating solid coins during this period, this will be the moment when you get the biggest gains out of a future bull run scenario. Let's look back for a moment, previous cycle. If you bought anytime in 2019, you made money. If you bought the first half of 2020, you made money. Assuming, of course, you took profits later on, but there were a lot of opportunities to average into some pretty solid coins and even big cap stuff, low cap stuff, whatever, even Bitcoin. Bitcoin returned big gains. At the time of the Bitcoin halving, the price of Bitcoin was what, $8,000? So yeah, you got an 8x. Not the craziest gains, right? But still pretty damn good gains, if you ask me, buying from the time of the Bitcoin halving moving forward. So people accumulating now are the ones who are going to make the big money. This is the time that the money is made in the market. And look, people are going to come in and they're going to buy when the prices are high. And some people will make money doing that. And that's okay. That's okay. We see that playing out. We see that play out every cycle. The people who are most likely to make money are the ones who can accumulate positions now and then wait and take profits when the prices get high. When we see the cycle taking off and things are getting crazy, yeah, there's still going to be money to be made, fewer gains to be made on the big caps. We'll see new micro caps and small caps coming into the market. Those will make money. We'll see new narratives that'll pump like crazy overnight. Those will make money. So there's still going to be ways to make money, but this is probably one of the easiest times, quote unquote, not financial advice, do your own research. You guys know the deal. But in my opinion, accumulating during this, accumulation period, during the exit from the worst of the bear market, we hope, obviously, moving into a new cycle, that becomes a very attractive time to accumulate positions to sell later on. And of course, most of the market will do the absolute opposite. So if you're here, you're listening to this conversation, understand this, that most people will only buy high and sell low. That's what most of the market does. And unfortunately, this is a natural function of the market and a reality that a lot of people get caught up in. But if you're here listening to this conversation now, you have the chance to buy low and sell high. Not everybody can buy low and sell high. It doesn't work like that. Markets are a player versus player scenario. It's rough out here. If you're here buying low, you will sell high to the class of 2024-25. That's just how it works. They're going to come in, they're going to buy high, they're going to sell low. You don't want that to be you. You don't want to be the guy buying high and selling low. You want to be the guy buying low and selling high. This is where the money actually gets made in the market. Because here's the thing, the 2023 crypto buyers, if you're smart, you will be the 2025 sellers. And the 2025 buyers, the people buying at FOMO, people buying when Coinbase is number one in the App Store and we see all these other indicators starting to come out, they're going to be the ones that are going to be the exit liquidity for everybody listening to this conversation right now. And that's just how it is. Markets are brutal. Markets are brutal. But this is the reality of markets. The first group, the 2023 crypto buyers, the ones selling in 2025, they're going to make millions. The second group, the 2025 crypto buyers, there will be people in 2025 who come into crypto for the first time ever, and they're going to ape into some random coin and make life-changing money overnight. I celebrate those people and their luck. Most people who buy when the market's hot are going to lose money. They'll be the 2026 sellers, capitulate at minus 90% losses, and the cycle will repeat itself again. We'll hopefully have some people from the class of 2025 who will stick around during the next bear market, and they'll learn this lesson, and they'll be the sellers of, 2029, whenever that comes around. Happens every time. These are the cycles in the market. You either learn them or you be a victim of them, apparently, again and again and again. Now, we're at a very interesting time in the markets as well, because we're at a period where if you buy solid coins, coins that have some kind of traction, they have some kind of strong development behind them, good communities, all these sort of things. This is your Chainlink, your Avalanche, your MakerDAO, your Solana, your Cardano, these kind of coins. Accumulating those now has the potential to return 10, 20, even potentially larger X returns. A 10 or 20X return in 2 years. Because that's what we're talking about. Between now and a likely market top, we're actually probably looking at less than 2 years at this point. Again, my opinion, but we're probably looking at less than 2 years before the next market peak. So buying some of these coins now, if in 2 years' time you can 10 or 20X your money, yo, come on, man. Come on. That's pretty crazy. Oh boy. Because really, this is the potential for these coins. And people are going to lose it all gambling on hamster coin, man. They are. You don't have to overthink things. People will get way too obsessed with trying to make money overnight right now. And if you could understand that you have a high chance of making millions of dollars between now and 2 years from now, if you position yourself right, if you hustle hard to get positioned, to get the money in the market. And of course, there's no guarantees of return. You might lose all your money too. Keep that in mind. But if you do it right, you have a good chance of making a lot of money in this market. So try not to lose it all to gambling on the coin of the week. If you are not signed up to the newsletter yet, you gotta check it out. It is the best newsletter in crypto. Join our 75,000 weekly readers and start reading Wealth Mastery. This is a crypto investor report. We send it straight to your inbox 3 times per week. We talk about altcoins. We talk about DeFi. We talk about overpriced JPEGs, right? Good old NFTs. We talk about DeFi. We talk about the market moving news, the altcoin alpha that you need to know as a cryptocurrency investor to find those early opportunities in the market and to stay up to date with the money moving trends in this market. Best part is you can sign up for free. Check it out using the link in the description. Also, I want to point out we are doing regular altcoin reports. Check out this one from Jesse, who brought out a report on Radiant Capital. And this is a new money market on the Arbitrum network. I've talked a little bit about this. We've talked about it in the newsletter. We've done a DeFi tutorial on this in the newsletter. We've, of course, been keeping up to date with it because it's been a trending protocol. And Binance just dropped $10 million into Radiant Capital. So here's the report on what Radiant is, what they do. Check it out. If you want to know more information about this, we do an altcoin report, an altcoin deep dive like this every single week with a no BS review on these coins. We're not here to fluff any coins up. If we think a coin is trash, we tell you we think it's trash. Doesn't mean trash can't pump. Trash does pump sometimes, but still, it's a no holds barred review of these altcoins. So lots of value in the Wealth Mastery newsletter reports. Check it out if you're not subscribed yet, of course. Now, this is an interesting chart shared by El Crypto Prof. This shows that the entire altcoin market, so this is the total market cap excluding Bitcoin. So this is Ethereum and every single coin below it. He points out the market has given people long enough to buy altcoins cheaply. That will soon come to an end, in his opinion. Why? Because the total two, which is what this chart is called, the total two, has broken out of a falling wedge that has been in the making for 2.5 years. Altcoins are currently above the 21-week exponential moving average, the 200-week simple moving average, and the 200-week MA as well. So very, 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 very interesting. Very interesting. That's not to say we're going to have like super mega altcoin season coming to a market near you next week. No. What it means is that we are starting a new cycle for altcoins. If this pattern plays out, of course. It's just a chart pattern after all. It's not a crystal ball. But it's very interesting. Price of all altcoins currently moving above most major trend lines that traders track in the market, coming down out of this big falling wedge. It's cyclical. We see the market go through this, and to see a big altcoin move coming in, well, it's going to come. It's going to come. And people always say it's not going to come. You go to the comment section of your average sort of comment on Twitter or a YouTube video. Oh, altcoins are going to be dead. They're never going to come back. And some altcoins are dead and some altcoins are not going to come back. We are already seeing this. I've seen quite a few altcoins who are pulling all kinds of shenanigans recently. I saw a few that are doing like treasury buybacks, but the team owns 80% of the coins. So they're basically buying back their own, using their own coins for the buyback to basically raid the treasuries on chain and take all the money for themselves. That's just the tip of the shenanigans. We see all kinds of crazy happening in the crypto space, guys. But then again, we're going to see solid coins like Chainlink. Look at Chainlink's CCIP release recently. Man, oh man, what a big story. What a big catalyst for Chainlink moving forward. That's a coin that has potential 10, 20x at the peak of the next cycle, maybe more. Not giving out price predictions, of course, not financial advice, all that stuff, but you guys know all this stuff already, of course. The market now is at the stage that can allow investors to basically go from being broke to making life-changing money within the next 2 years. So don't mess it up, but you have to work for it. You have to work for it. This is the thing. It's not going to be handed to you on a silver platter. Right now, there are airdrops out there that you can chase that are going to be worth tens of thousands of dollars at the peak of the next cycle. There are test nets that you can participate in for free. They're worth tens of thousands of dollars at the peak of the next cycle. There are coins that you can be staking that you're going to get 5, 10, 15% more of those coins if you're staking between now and the peak of the next market that are going to amplify your gains. There are DeFi farms out there that you can be sticking money into to get some seriously solid yields on your big coins, your Ethereum and stuff like that. And it's going to make big stuff. And you don't even have to do any of that stuff. You can just buy some top coins, go out and buy some Bitcoin, some Ethereum, some Chainlink and some Avalanche and some Cardano, whatever your coins are, and just sit on them and wait for that 10, 20x to come in. You don't have to overcomplicate it sometimes. Now, my general thought process, as I've shared a few times here, is that in 2023, we could see the price for Bitcoin rally as high as $48,000. A few months left for that still to happen. We shall see if that happens or not. That would largely line up with Fibonacci levels as well as previous market cycle rally points, coming about 30% away from the previous all-time highs we've seen in the previous two bull market and bear market cycles. 48K would be an interesting area. If it does happen, for example, on the rally around a Bitcoin ETF approval, could see that. Pre-halving pullback, maybe as low as 30K, which a lot of people wouldn't want to accept because at the time that we hit 48K, it's going to be new all-time highs soon. BlackRock's coming in, new paradigm of money kind of vibes. Then we realize, well, it's not going to happen overnight. Then we get a pre-halving pullback. Again, that's just my opinion. We'll see, of course, what actually plays out. Just this is the kind of opinion that I'm working on with my market analysis at the moment, how I'm positioning myself personally in the market based on what I'm seeing right now in the markets. So pre-halving, maybe we go back down as low as 30K. Late 2024, post-Bitcoin halving, that's when we see a new high price come in, not a new all-time high pico price, just a new high price, 70K, 71K, whatever it might be. Then maybe December 2024, Q1, Q2 2025, we see markets peaking. Bitcoin gets up to 150,000, maybe 180,000. Pi cycle top indicator clicks off. Coinbase is number one. We see after Bitcoin peaks, we probably have 2 to 3 weeks to see a massive altcoin rally. And at that point, you either exit all markets or you become next bear markets bag holders. Just how it works. I don't make the rules, guys. I'm just telling you how the rules work in the market. That's all. Now, I want you to check out this chart as well. I quite like this one. This is from CryptoCon. This is a chart of the log MACD cycle showing how market cycles play out for Bitcoin. So we can see here, Bitcoin continues to follow the LMACD cycle near perfectly. We still have yet to even reach the halfway point or a cycle mid-top, which is where, of course, this purple circle is indicating. And that gives credence to my idea around the $48,000 Bitcoin potential for later this year. Then we, of course, have to, based on this, well, where do we potentially get the new high at? If we assume that we have the LMACD continuing to put in these lower peaks as the cycles move on, then where are we looking at for potential peak? Well, based on this model, that gives us September 2024 to March 2025 is when we could see that new high price coming in for Bitcoin, shortly followed then thereafter by massive altcoin rallies. I like this as well. This is from Coinbase exec issues global game-changing prediction amid XRP-led Bitcoin Ethereum crypto price surge. 8 billion people on chain. That's the goal. That's the goal. He says we have less than 10 million people on chain today. They're going to be 8 billion people on chain over the next decade. And that hits back to my core thesis on crypto. Look, there's lots of cycles we go through. And there's lots of ways to swing and make money during those cycles. And you can take it big cycle, looking at, okay, I'm going to just buy in bear markets, sell in the top of the bull markets, hopefully, right? I'm going to swing, day trade, whatever it might be. There's lots of things you can do to make money. You can make it slow. You can try to make it fast. Usually making it slow has a higher chance of making it versus trying to make it fast, which has a lower chance of actually succeeding. But I digress. The reality is right now, crypto's still a baby. We are, though, heading very quickly by the end of this decade to a situation where we are literally going to have billions of people using cryptocurrency products. And key technology like account abstraction is going to be what is going to get us there. We're going to have applications that come out over the next few years and be so big and so popular, games and financial applications, whatever it might be, that people are going to use on a day-to-day basis. And they're not even going to know they're using crypto, just like you don't know you're using TCP when you're using the internet. This is where we're heading. We're heading to mass adoption for cryptocurrencies, and we are far away from that reality yet. But this is the financial layer of the internet. The bigger thesis beyond just this cycle, looking ahead to the end of the decade, looking into the next decade, crypto is going to be bigger than a lot of people have any idea about. A few people see it. A few people see the potential. Some of you listening might be those people. Because the investors long-term in this space, it only gets better. The longer you're in crypto, the more you learn, the more you understand it, the more you understand the value proposition and what's actually being created. And look, there's going to be a day. I don't know when that day is, but there will be a day that comes when the markets get damn boring and we become the new S&P 500. And there's not the big gains to be made anymore. Right now, we're in a very interesting time where frog coins make overnight millionaires and where people are doing illegal underground hamster racing on chain and where we're in a world where BlackRock doesn't even have a Bitcoin ETF yet. That's the world we're in right now.